Hey Pisces, good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today I'm going to be doing a reading for the beautiful Pisces collective. I love you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to let things flow and see what Spirit has to say through the cards. Just be open to it, be open to any kind of advice, confirmation, prediction, whatever arrives. We're here for it. So yeah, Pisces. Let's see. Universe, please bring in the most powerful confirmations, advice, messages for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please bring Pisces what they need to know. Alright, so I see here that you may be receiving offers. You may have options, but it seems like they're not quite convincing for you. Maybe at work, you know that if you were to do this or that, you would probably be successful. Maybe in regards to health, you know that if you did this or that, you would probably achieve your goals. But for some reason, these options don't seem exciting to you, or they don't seem appealing for whatever reason. You may be saying no to those things that could definitely give you what you want. Because you know, I think to a certain extent, you know that there must be another way that does make you feel excited, that does make you feel thrilled. Some of you may be waiting for that, maybe you're waiting for that particular option to reveal itself. And that's because you are very intuitive, Pisces. Just make sure that you're not allowing this perspective to be the one that carries self-sabotage into your life. Because if you want something, if you want to manifest a specific goal, but you say no to all of the ways in which you can get there, eventually, you're going to realize that you haven't taken action in a while. And therefore, you're moving almost away from what it is that you want. I see that you have gone through so many changes. I know that life has been so rough sometimes, Pisces. I see that change and transformation haven't always been optional for you. I see with the Tower here that the universe sometimes just steps in and blows everything up. And it is always for the better, but it also leaves this need to recover. You know what I mean? Like it leaves pain sometimes. I see that in your mind space though. You are very aware of your abundance. You're very aware of all of the beautiful things that you have right now and that you're benefiting from, that, are not something to take for granted. I feel like many of you have been through rough times, and therefore you know that you're being spared in a lot of ways, and that God is being very merciful and generous, that life, even though not always easy, has provided you with a lot of beautiful things. In your mind space, I see that you're perhaps thinking about growing into your maturity, maybe some of you growing older and having all the comforts, the physical comforts that you would like to have. Some of you are aiming for that. Others of you are aiming for not only physical comfort in your home situation, decoration, clothing, having everything in the physical realm that could make you feel very nurtured, but you're also thinking a lot about freedom. How do you want to live? Where do you want to go? How much do you want to travel? How much do you want to expand? So I see that some of you are going to be like, okay, fine. I'm going to go with the option that is the most appealing, even though it's not 100% appealing. And some of you are going to make it work. And you're going to be devoting yourself fully into something that is important to you. Maybe it is not the option that is going to make you the most money. Maybe it is not the option that is going to make you the biggest, fastest results. Maybe you're going to have to put in a lot of work for something to happen. But for whatever reason, this option seems more appealing than other options that could be technically more successful. But whatever it is that you choose, I see that you're going to be choosing something that brings you joy. And that is going to be your fuel to continuously show up and in a very disciplined, perseverant way, continue to move forward. Some of you are perhaps choosing a job or some kind of activity that is repetitive, possibly boring, because you want to perhaps know more, learn more, study on your free time. Could be the case for some of you. Some of you feel like you need more knowledge, like you need more, maybe tools, hacks, strategies, content, whatever it may be. You may feel like you really need to get prepared. But for some of you, this is actually holding you back. You're like, I want to create my own business, but I have to know a shit ton of things first. I want to start working as this or that, but I have to prepare myself first. And even though this is, in my opinion, the responsible way of doing things, because I don't think anyone should go into a profession not knowing what they're doing, unless you're going in to actually study and figure that out, right? There's a lot of people who wing it. There's a lot of people who are, life coaches, and they have never really studied anything about it. And I personally feel like every profession has a structure that should be honored, not because what you're doing is wrong, or not because what you're doing is not successful, I guess, productive, but because it's like you need to learn the rules very well, and then you can break them. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like my perception of things. It's like, do it your way, find your own method, but know the rules very well, so that, first of all, you never harm anybody without knowing, because it's never really something we set out to do, is it? But it happens. So if there is someone here who's wanting to wing it, right, I would suggest getting prepared. However, I've seen so many people also get stuck in there. So many clients ready to bloom, ready for their business, ready to start making money, but they feel like they need another course, another certification, another degree, another class, another seminar. You know what I mean? And therefore, there is a balance here that needs to be attained. You can study for the rest of your life. I will study, I have studied, and I will continue to study for the rest of my life. And because it's a pleasure, you know what I mean? And because in this day and age, education is so available. We may think, I would love to get that certification, I would love to get that course, but I don't have any money. Believe me, if you search in the internet, you're going to find either that same product at a very, very discounted price somewhere, or you're going to find something similar. Believe me, believe me. There is no reason why knowledge in this day and age will be kept from you. So I see that some of you are going to be like, you know what? Yes, okay, getting to work. You're going to move from contemplation, evaluating, sabotage, thinking, and you're going to move into action. And I feel like some of you are going to realize that action is the place to be for you. Some of you are going to be like, oh wow, like this is actually way better than just thinking about it. You may have thought like action was a dread because you would have to like put effort into it, But you may realize like, oh my God, this is so much fun. This is so much more fun. And I feel like some of you are going to, you know, go to bed really joyfully tired after days of work, a long day work, and you're going to feel very productive, efficient, beautiful, radiant. I feel like the more action you put in and the more you engage in daily basis right now, you're going to feel more confident. Some of you are transforming. And the universe really wants you to know that the effort that you put into something will be rewarded. Maybe in the past that wasn't the case. Maybe you put a lot of effort in, but the universe kept creating tower moments to redirect you and redirect you. Well, guess what? You are where you need to be now. So you can be stable and stay in the same place, doing the same thing, and you will see a lot of positive change. Some of you are going to be receiving a lot of bonuses, gifts, discounts, products. Some of you are going to be like working with a company that's going to be like a company that creates products that you really enjoy. And I feel like you're going to be some kind of like ambassador or something. You may be thinking about this at this time, and they may really shower you with like all of the products for free, just for you to like talk about them, things like that. So that is definitely going to be very positive. If it resonates for you, like that's for you. Also, some of you are going to get some kind of mentor. It could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like this is mostly online. And they're going to be a very positive influence. I feel like at this time, Pisces, you may, like your default setting may be very gloomy. Kind of like a little depressive, down, low energy, dark thoughts. But I feel like if you're open to it through knowledge or through people in your environment, there's going to be like this spark of positivity that colors everything up. So allow that joy, allow people in your environment to bring giddiness and excitement, and take every single bit of generosity from the universe and be grateful for it. Don't let it pass you by. Don't let the opportunity of feeling gratitude pass you by. That's super beautiful, super powerful. Never thought about it before. Every time that you are given something, you're being given two things. The thing that you're receiving and the opportunity to feel gratitude. And many of us just let that pass us by. And that is a minute in time, a second in time, that we are entitled to a lot of joy. Not that we need to, but it's like that's kind of like the little bonus that comes with it. And oftentimes we let that go by and we don't cash that, little gift. So every time you receive anything at all, receive it and also be grateful for it, because it's part of the gift. All right, my loves. I see a lot of emotional maturity in the future for you. I see a lot of unity, love, kindness, and colors. Now, you're definitely moving out of a space of grief, Pisces. Many of you are putting that behind. It is a process, but action is going to help, okay? Action is going to set everything in motion, and it's going to make you feel a whole lot better, okay? I love you, Pisces, so much. I really, really do. I'm grateful to have this time to spend with you. And as always, I'll leave all of my relevant information in the description if you would like to connect, get to know me, all of that. I would love to get to know you guys. And I'll see you in our next reading. Bye, my loves.